Dealer fee that's only $599 could raise your car payment by as much as $12 to $15 a month, depending on your credit. So, and a dealer fee that's $899 or $1,000 upfront could raise your car payment by as much as. Hello, car shoppers. It's me, Sean, with Car Buying Tips Online. If this is the first time you've ever watched one of my videos, then please subscribe for more. I make videos like this twice a week, and I help educate car buyers to negotiate like a pro. Dealer fees. I want to explain in a little bit better detail what a dealer fee is, how to identify a dealer fee, and exactly what I mean by backing that dealer fee out of the sales price. The reason why you have to do this is because dealers are not going to take the dealer fee off of the buyer's order or the bill of sale, because they're not going to put themselves at risk for a discrimination lawsuit. And I do believe there's some kind of a DMV rule also that forbids them from doing that. What exactly is a dealer fee when I'm talking about a dealer fee? Because I'm not talking about your sales tax, I'm not talking about your tag or registration fees, and there may be some other state and doc fees that have to be added. Like when you see doc stamps is a required tax in the state of Florida. It's a documentary stamp, and it's charged on every $1,000 that you borrow. When I say dealer fees, I mean a fee that's typically like in the range of like $3.99, $4.99, $5.99 and up. I've seen them as high as $14.99, $15.99 for a dealer fee. I know there's dealers right here in Central Florida that have dealer fees that are $899. So that's what I mean by a dealer fee. And a dealer fee will always be taxed. You know, a state fee or a required fee is typically not taxed. Like they're not going to charge you tax on your tag fees, and a dealer's not going to make money on your tag fees. So those fees are the fees that you have to pay. Those fees are required. And what I'm talking about is a dealer fee, which is just another way for the dealer to make profit. And there's nothing wrong with, like I said, there's nothing wrong with the dealer trying to make a profit. However, there's also nothing wrong with you trying to get the best possible deal when you buy a car. A dealer fee that's only $599 could raise your car payment by as much as $12 to $15 a month, depending on your credit. So, and a dealer fee that's $899 or $1,000 upfront could raise your car payment by as much as $20 a month. And again, this is not about getting angry at a dealer. This is not about trying to pull one over on the dealer, because you don't want to do that to the dealership, just like the dealership really, you don't want the dealership to do that to you. So this whole process of buying a car should really be a fair process. I'm just trying to empower you and educate you on how you can get a better car deal. And you can do that, save some money by not paying dealer fees. Now that doesn't mean you go in there and you stamp your feet up and down and say, I'm not paying your dealer fee. When you arrive at the dealership, you don't mention anything about it. If they mention the dealer fee to you, you just take it with stride, and yes, we're going to talk about all that later when we negotiate numbers. Okay? And a smart salesperson is going to handle it the same way. So you're going to want to test drive as many vehicles as you feel are necessary. I always recommend that you should test drive at least 2 or 3 different vehicles. You know, it could be like if you're looking at a Camry, maybe look at 3 different color Camrys or 3 different styles, like an LXE and an LE. And the reason that you're doing that is you want this salesperson to invest time with you. You're not just going to throw out there, I'm not going to pay the dealer fee. So you're going to go through the whole process of test driving some vehicles. You're going to get to the point to where they're going to present numbers to you. Okay? You want to allow the process to play out because you want to get to the point where they're presenting you with what they're telling you is their final number. Now, at this point, there's 2 things that are going to happen. If you have a trade, the first thing you're going to do is throw that trade number in there, or throw the trade in the equation after they've already given you their so-called lowest number. Then you're going to go after them with the dealer fee. Now, the reason that you are not trying to disclose the fact that you have a trade or that you don't have any intention of paying the dealer fee is because the earlier on in the process that you disclose those, the more confrontational your negotiation is going to become, and also the more at a disadvantage you are. If you tell them you have a trade up front, they're going to use that against you in the negotiation process. If you tell them you don't want to pay the dealer fee up front, they're going to use that against you in the negotiation process. Meaning they're going to find ways to make up for or compensate for that lost gross profit. So that's the reason why you want to wait till the end. You don't want to show your cards like in poker until you absolutely have to. Let's say you've done this. You've gone through, you've test driven some cars, you've landed on the car that you really want, you've gone back to the sales desk with your salesperson, you've gone back and forth with the manager a couple times. They've told you that this is the best number they're going to get. Now, in this situation, let's assume there's no trade. Because if there's a trade, that's going to be a different situation. Because of the fact that you have to be at a spot where you feel like you're comfortable with that sales price, meaning you've done your research on the car ahead of time, You know what the car is really worth, and you know where you want to be sales price wise. But the number can be at a number that's before the dealer fee. Because of the fact, let's say you're looking at a car that you know that you want the sales price to be $18,000, and this dealer has a $599 dealer fee. Well, when you get them to agree to that or present to you the $18,000, what you're going to say to them is, I agree with the numbers, I agree with the sales price, I agree with everything here on this bill of sale. However, I don't agree with that dealer fee. That doesn't mean you're going to want to be in an argument or confrontational with them. You just explain to them that if they can take that dealer fee and subtract it from the sales price, still show it on the bill of sale because it's got to be there, but if they can subtract that number from the sales price so that the bottom line goes down by $599, then you will sign the paperwork and drive that car home. If you present your case like that, then 9 out of 10 times you will end up getting a good car deal that you're happy with. The dealership will back the dealer fee or subtract the dealer fee from the sales price, and it's a win-win. They sold a car and you feel like you got a better car deal, and you did get a better car deal. Now, if you have a trade in that situation, what you're going to do is you're going to present the trade once you feel they've given you the best number, and then you're going to negotiate the trade. And now you have to understand, if you do put your trade at the end, you're not going to get all the money for your trade. The way they give you all the money for your trade is obviously by increasing the sales price. So it's going to be very difficult to get them to give you the lowest possible sales price and then also give you the most for your trade. So you have to be realistic as well. And you need to use the research tools that I've made or that I've talked about, like the NADA tool, the Kelley Blue Book tool, Edmunds, TrueCar. Use these tools to find out not only what the car should be, the price of the car that you're paying should be, but also find out what your trade-in is worth. But be realistic. Know the real number on your trade, and then also know the real sales price on the car that you're trying to buy. Now, if those two numbers are in line, then you should be okay. And even though you've waited until they've given you the lowest possible number that they say they can give you, and then thrown your trade in, all you've done there is you've kept them honest. Now, they should come out and still give you what your trade is actually worth. That doesn't mean they're going to give you all the money the NADA retail or even NADA clean trade. But if they give you NADA average trade, or if they give you in the ballpark of what Kelley Blue Book says that your car is worth in the condition that your car is in, then that's a fair deal. And then is when you drop the bomb that, okay, I agree to my trade numbers, I agree to the sales price, however, I just don't pay dealer fees. You can use any kind of argument that you want, but basically, you're there to get the best deal for you. So if they try to tell you they're not making money, if they try to tell you they can't take the dealer fee out, you just have to politely remind them your concern is your family, your pocketbook, and you getting a good deal on this car. If this video has helped you out at all, please like the video. If you want to see more videos like this about how to negotiate a car deal, how to get a better car deal, please subscribe to my channel. My name is Sean. This is Car Buying Tips Online, and I hope that you have a good shopping experience.